Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the New York Yankees.
York Yankees.
Just about set to go, and today's starter, Garrett Cole.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Yandy Diaz leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fastball is outside. And a pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And now it's Brandon Lowe. Right through there for a strike. Cole measures 6 feet 4 inches. More than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Stepping in, Junior Caminero flips the corner. It's 0-1.
You know, Boog, it's nice to see Garrett Cole on the mound today. He finally won a Cy Young Award in 2023, and for a while there, he seemed like the best pitcher in baseball without the award.
Ball.
This one in the dirt.
1-1.
Man at first, one away. And 1-2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second for 1, and it's over his head. Good backup, though. He's right there, and no advance.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So it's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least 1 out of it.
Next to hit, Josh Lowe. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. A 3-run shot, and they take the lead. It's 3-0.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
1 down, and stepping in for the Rays, Danny Jansen. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. Cole Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
One gone, runner at first. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jonathan Aranda. Judge is under it. Out number 2.
Batting 7.
All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Jose Caballero in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Next offering way off the plate. And that drops in for a strike. Pitch misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. 3-run bomb for Tampa Bay. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now in the Bronx and towing the slab, Shane McClanahan.
Well, a pretty standard 4-pitch mix. He's got the fastball, change speeds, 2 breaking balls. You know, all can be really effective if they're coming out of the same arm slot and really staying in that tunnel for a good bit.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Not shortstop.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Just missed. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0. Foul ball there. Fought off foul. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting second.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And first offering is fouled off. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. The 0-2. Just
Inside.
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Big time power. First pitch misses. And Judge takes a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. 1 out and a runner at second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting fourth, the
Bellinger
center
up to
fielder,
hit.
Cody Bellinger.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Brings it in, and that is that. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail in this one 3-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios. Cole back to work.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
On the ground right side. Gets it to first.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
Johnny DeLuca now at the plate.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
1 out, bases empty. Next offering way up, sticking the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Foul ball. Just missed.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Dominguez sizes this one up. Hauls it in, 2 away.
The first baseman, number 2,
Yandy Diaz now. Went down on strikes his first time through. There's a strike.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Outside low, 1-1. And a foul ball. Fly ball to right. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Now to the bottom of the second. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now up is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo
Stanton.
McClanahan, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. And there's a foul ball. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. DeLuca in position. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, the catcher, Austin.
Here's the catcher to hit, Austin Wells. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. DeLuca snags it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear
baseman,
and go a long way to track that one down.
Smith.
Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
That's towards center. DeLuca on the move. Reaching for it, makes the catch. So they go quietly there. We play 2 full. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back in New York. New inning getting started. Lau at the plate.
Brandon Lau.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
And that's in the dirt. Got him swinging.
Up next for Tampa
Now
Bay,
here is Junior Caminero. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. There's a strike. In the dirt, and that's ball 1. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. That one not close. 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Cabrera makes the play, and it's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering is down low. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way. But that time, a little anxious.
Now at the plate, Oswaldo Cabrera. Just missed. That one misses, and now 2-0. He swings and fouls one off. That to right. Low. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop.
So the lineup flips over. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The shortstop takes the ball. Popped up. Loud. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Yanks held in check. Still down 3-0. On to the 4th. And now the catcher for the Rays, Danny Jansen.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
And it's fouled away.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Over to Goldie. Out. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jonathan.
Now, Jonathan Aranda. Flied to right his first time. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Aranda in his 2nd season, 26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Struck out swinging his first time. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Judge pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Richie Palacios.
Richie Palacios, next to hit for the Rays. Grounded out his first time. And that's in there at the knees. Aranda off of first with 2 away. Popped up. Chisholm. And that's the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're midway in the 4th. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back in the Bronx, John Chabi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And that's fouled off.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next offering is fouled back. Not close with that one, and it's 1-2. Hit in the air out to center field. DeLuca makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here is Aaron Judge. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That misses. Ball 1.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
That's in there. That is strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Good eye right there.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Bellinger in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes.
What's a good pitch there? Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that drops foul.
Two.
And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. Caballero makes the play. That is the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. They trail it here 3-0. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca. Cole back to work. Fastball for a strike. And that's in for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And he can't come up with it. And they get it. Out. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz getting ready to hit. That's in there. 0-1. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fly ball down the line.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And now Brandon Lau. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Squirts away a little bit, and the runner stays where he is. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tim Hill, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Leiter, the right-hander, loosening up as well. Diaz leads off first with 1 away. This one popped up. Cabrera hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 13, Junior Caminero.
And now, Junior Caminero, 0 for 2 in this one. Fought off foul. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's down and away.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. And there's a strike.
You know, these Yankees, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Well.
At the plate, Austin Wells. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. There's the strike up high, and it's 0-1. One down, base is empty. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
A little bit low, and the count is 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Goldie takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Next offering is downstairs. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
Now batting,
only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
2 outs, runner at first. And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. And a foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that skips in the dirt. Goldie leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that just misses. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Ball 3. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Oswaldo Cabrera, the next to hit. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
1-0.
First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. That one catches the corner for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tim Hill.
Now
pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Hill.
Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe. He's already homered here in this one.
Lowe.
And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Jake Cousins getting loose out there. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That one ripped. Judge going back on it. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Danny.
Now it's Jansen to hit. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, base is empty.
Hey.
3-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 2 down. And here is Jonathan Aranda, 1 for 2.
Aranda.
And there's a ball.
1 ball, no strikes.
That's too low. And that's ball 2. Two down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. That one just misses. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium. Now here is Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Chisholm, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Fastball for a strike. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Chris, 3rd time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
2 down, nobody on. Check swing, called strike.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Now pitching.
Welcome back.
Yankees,
we're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
56.
Mark Leiter Jr. And he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Jr.
And now Richie Palacios.
The left fielder, number 1, Richie Palacios.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Dominguez puts it away. 1 away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, the center fielder, Johnny.
So next to the plate for Tampa
DeLuca.
Bay, Johnny DeLuca. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That's ripped. Base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The first baseman.
Here's the
number 2,
Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Leiter, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. DeLuca, the base runner at first with 1 out. Check swing went around, and the count is 0-2.
2 strikes. Ball.
In the dirt. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. And 2 away now. Now up for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lowe.
Second baseman, Brandon Lowe.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. 7th inning stretch time. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Bottom of the 7th. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. The Yankees in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Just off the inside edge. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Garrett Clevenger warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Uceta getting loose as well. Next offering is down low. The Yankees looking to rally. That's off the mark, and that's ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
There's a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Jansen makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. And that one wrapped foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Hard hit right side. Takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And up next for New York, Austin Wells. Right down the chute. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. Loud. Handles, throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We go to the 8th, and stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Leiter back to work. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball 1. And that's another ball.
2 balls. No strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss as he was late.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Just misses with that one.
Full count.
Swinging at ball 4. That was off the outside edge.
Tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
And now, Josh Lowe. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
And ball 1. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
Everything came together for him. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Danny Jansen to hit here. This one in the air, right field. Judge should have this one. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
The batter, the designated hitter, Jonathan Miranda.
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. And that's in there for strike 1. Move to first. And he's back in on a dive. Low off of first with 2 away. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. The Rays strand just the one, but they lead it 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Garrett Clevenger.
Now pitching for the Rays, number 60, Garrett Clevenger.
Paul Goldschmidt
Leading
down.
up for the Yankees, the first baseman.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And they get Goldschmidt for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
So digging in, Jason Dominguez. Right through there for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Movement in the bullpen. Pete Fairbanks, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. One down, base is empty. This one lifted in the air, left field. He's got it. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder
Now
coming
batting,
open instead of staying
baseman,
closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Cabrera jumps out of the way of ball 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
That misses the zone. Now 2-0.
No.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That's a walk.
Take your base.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Shortstop,
Back to the top of the order. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe. In the air, right field. Low, hustling after it. Tracks it down for the out. And that's the inning.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
New York
It's
Yankees,
the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
61.
Jake Cousins.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the
Leading
game,
off
I'd
for
say.
Tampa
Spin
Bay,
rate's
the
very
shortstop,
high, and it just
Jose
breaks a ton.
Caballero.
Caballero, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Bellinger squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Richie Palacios will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one. Clips the corner, strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Marcus Stroman getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Hamilton, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Here comes the 0-1. Bunting for a hit. It's safe at first, a bunt single.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the center fielder.
This was the perfect spot to drop the bunt for a hit. I mean, he used his bat as a tool up there to direct the ball exactly where he wanted it to go and look smooth doing it at the same time. Really well done. And the defense right there stood no chance.
Johnny DeLuca digs in now. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Cousins throws over Palacios. Back on a dive.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position. And that's what he does.
That one's in there. 0-1.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
No ball.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
On a line, base hit. The throw in, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz now at the plate. Way outside. 1-0.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And that goes foul. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. And it's even up.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
2 on, 1 out. That misses. And the count's full.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
And that'll load the bases.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Brandon Lau next to hit for the Rays.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked.
1 ball. No strike.
And the wild pitch will play to run.
Kind of a dagger right there with the insurance run scoring on the wild pitch. And at this stage in the game, you're just out there trying to keep it close and give your guys a chance to make a comeback. But that right there isn't going to help morale.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
The third baseman, number 13.
So bases all loaded up. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. One at second. On to Goldsmith. That's two. One run in the inning, but they leave two. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Rays 4 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in New York, and now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. Off the mark there, and that is ball one. That one missed. Swings and misses. One gone here. He's 2 outs away. Aaron Judge at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Yankees with only 1 out remaining.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
So last chance for the Yankees. Here's Cody Bellinger. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. That one fouled off. The Yanks down to their final strike. In the dirt. Now 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now back, the designated
first with 2
away.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Rays use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit and helped his team get the win. He got the save. Nice job.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.